Well, hello everybody, and welcome to another episode of the Cho Thoughts Podcast. I'm the Big Cho, of course, along with Samantha and Big E, which is now Jeffrey, because he now is renaming himself since people are renaming themselves. Obviously, the Gulf of America, as well as the Pope, and Eric just seems to have a gripe with the Pope. It seems like.
I'm right, but hey, that's Pope Leo right there.
Why? Because he's from America?
Yeah, he be fighting bears like Leo Caprio.
I fucking highly doubt he fought a bear.
Oh, I
Right?
bet he did. He used some like Jedi mind tricks, some Pope power. He did it.
Some Pope power.
Well, the new pope is from Chicago. He fought a
I
bear.
mean, if he didn't fight a bear, he fought 100 gorillas or whatever that thing is going around. So there's a high probability that he might have. Okay.
I
So,
say he did.
you know what? We here at the podcast are going to go on record. I think he fought a bear.
Yeah.
That's it. That's probably why I don't see the one around my house anymore. He probably came around and just fucked it up.
There you go. That's what he was doing. That's why they elected him the Pope. They're like, look, this dude's fighting bears. We're good.
Right? With his bare hands, just getting crazy out here. I mean, he got my vote, and I don't even got a vote. It's
I'm just
fine.
glad there's a fucking Pope that speaks English.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really pay attention to all that, but
I mean, even though all of his speeches were in other languages, but I mean, he does speak English.
well, I mean, he's from Chicago.
So he speaks something.
Yeah, he speaks something. Maybe he got connections to like crime bosses and Italians. We're going off the rail here. We're going off the rail. It's gonna get a little crazy.
Don't we know a guy that's got some people from Chicago?
I don't know. Maybe.
I mean, my uncle is from Chicago, and he's pretty damn proud that we now have a pope from Chicago. So,
Oh, yeah. I mean, people in Chicago remind me of people in Pittsburgh. They're just good. They probably tailgate it until they announce the Pope.
Listen, the local news is already like, oh, there's ties to the Pope to PA, and I'm like, who cares?
Don't you think that's funny? They do that with everything.
Everything, celebrities, like athletes, like I got an alert the other day. Oh, uh, what was his name that we got rid of? Devin Bush from the Steelers, like not old, but
Yeah. Oh yeah.
he got in trouble for domestic assault. What do I care? He don't play for us no more. Like, sorry for the girl if that's the case, but like, I don't care.
Yeah. Right.
But because he was drafted here and played here for like barely played here.
Right. But I love how that's when that's the bottom of the barrel news where they just can't figure out what the fuck to talk about. Hey, I think Devin Bush got an assault charge. Run it. Run it.
Yeah.
Let's see how it goes. That's basically that's the news that is now. Anyway.
Yeah, they're tying because the Pope evidently he went to college. He went to Villanova.
Oh, okay, yeah. All
So
right.
they're like, oh, he went to Villanova. Okay,
So
that's on
the
the other side of PA. What the hell do I get?
yeah, right. That's over like by Sam's old stomping grounds over there. You know what I'm saying? No. So, Eric, I know you kind of still have probably some of the data. So Rebecca ran the Pittsburgh Marathon for people that did not, for people that did want to know what happened. We saw her, I believe, at the 17 or 18-mile marker. If you follow her Instagram, she did pretty damn good. And Eric, what'd she place again?
Oh shit! I don't. You wouldn't let me download her certificate, so I don't have it.
Because you were gonna forge it for your own and make it like you ran the fucking Pittsburgh Marathon.
3,000.
362.
What?
Was it 362?
No, she was 3,000.
Oh, okay.
It was like 3,500 and something, or 3,400 and something.
Still, that's mighty fucking impressive for somebody.
If I remember correctly, she was running like, and I think it was like 14 to 16. Her pace was, she was running a mile at 14 to 16 minutes.
Yeah. Her pace was pretty set. Like,
yeah.
Like, so I mean, congratulations to her, especially coming up here and doing the Pittsburgh Marathon. I mean, she
Yeah.
told my Sam and myself she was going to do it,
Mm-hmm.
and just to see her in it, that was pretty cool. So, shout out to Rebecca for letting us be a part of it and like putting it on here, and then of course gaining followers and like some traction from it. And it was just a
Mm-hmm.
cool day. I mean, if the rain would have held, you know what I mean? It just was on and off. But I think she did like an amazing job. And because there
Mm-hmm.
ain't no fucking way I'm doing it. Like there was a spot at the mile marker where we were, there was a guy like riding a bike next to us, like where we were. And my cousin Charles was like, motherfucker, that's cheating. And I was like, I think he's just riding a bike, Charles. Like I was like, I don't think he's part of the marathon. He's like, I'm about to put a stick in his wheel. I was like, that sounds like some big A shit right there. Like
No, I mean they have. There's the section for bike like the bike marathon people.
yes, but this is the actual like marathon, like in the midst of it, and like
Yeah.
he's supremely late,
I mean, maybe he was using the bike to get there because you couldn't get a car anywhere.
dude. Trying to get to that mile marker was a bitch. Like because I mean I get it. It's the Pittsburgh
I mean, I was in the
Marathon.
back of an ambulance.
What?
I said I was in the back of an ambulance trying to get to that parade.
Well, you probably would have died.
I almost did.
I was gonna say, like, I admire anyone who can even, because I have a friend who was only going to do the half, and then I texted her. I was like, "How did it go?" And she's like, "Oh, I just went for the full thing. I did it." I was like, "Seriously?" Like I mean, but she's a runner. Like she's done so many marathons. Like this is normal for her, right?
Yeah.
And she was just like, "Oh yeah, it was nothing. Just figured I'd do the rest of it." Well, good for you, because
Yeah,
I would have
right.
collapsed.
If that was me, I'd be like, "Oh, good on you. All right, you know what I'm gonna do? Sit my fat ass right here. That's me." I'm like, but hey, I will rah rah clappity clap. Do
Mhm.
your thing. Do you?
I think I don't know if we talked. I think we might have talked about this before. Like I miss those days of like growing up in Lawrenceville when the marathon started down in Highland Park at the zoo,
Yeah, we touched on that. Like,
and
yeah,
they would run down Butler Street into town. And I remember like it was like going down to see like the Memorial Day parade or a fourth. Like you would go down, everybody would get their chairs, line up, support the runners.
yeah.
It was like a whole thing.
Where we were in like the Homewood area, and
So
we were
you was trying to get gangster.
yeah, pretty much. I mean, like, you know me, I didn't sweat. I wouldn't sweat it at all. But like you heard, like they had a DJ and shit, and I was like, oh, they getting it in. I was like, man, this shit is slapping. And they were like, welcome to Homewood, you know, like to the runners, and like the DJ was killing me because he was playing like bangers, and then all of a sudden he was playing like "Let's Get It On" by Marvin Gaye, and I was like, hold up, nobody wants to run to Marvin Gaye's "Let's Get It On."
I mean,
Like,
maybe some runners like maybe there was a little match made and they're like, "Fuck the race, we're just gonna pull off to the side and do our little thing."
yeah, but I mean, as many people as I know that work out have workout playlists, running playlists. Like Sam, you work out, you run.
Mhm.
Do you have a Marvin fucking
Marvin Gaye
Gaye?
is not on there.
Right.
It's
Like, you
on
know what I
mine.
mean? Like, you know
It's
what?
on my. It's on mine.
Yeah, where you working out at? Where you running?
I don't run, but I mean, I work out.
He was like, I do a
I
steady
mean,
gallop, you know? He got to when he's in fucking Oakland. He got who knows what's fucking going on in Oakland.
yeah. I mean, and you can get a good little rhythm going. Lifting some dumbbells. You know what I mean? Like you get your curl on.
To Marvin Gaye.
Yeah.
I,
You know,
okay.
Jeffrey, you sound so much like my family based partner, where he's like, "I lift weights to love songs," and I'm like,
Yeah.
"Okay, you do you."
Homie knows. He knows.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. If anybody out there lifts weights to love songs, like slow love songs, if you do like, ballads and whatnot, all right. I mean, but it just took me and Charles off guard because I was like,
I mean, you know what? Like you got a little Marvin. You get a little boys to men on the side. You know what I mean? Like you can really. You get a good sweat. You get a good sweat.
I mean, I fucking doubt it. This is an adult podcast. I mean, I know where that goes, but I'm just saying, like, so that was killing me about the runners because he was playing like club bangers and like very up tempo shit, and then it almost was like a couple skate hit real quick, and it was like, vroom, and then let's get it on play, and I was like, what the fuck just happened? Like, we're because Sam, again, you run. So you have
Mhm.
that pace in your head, and all of a sudden
Yes.
you start hearing let's get it on. You're like, what? What the fuck?
It would like okay, so there are times that I'll switch up my playlist and I'll like play a certain radio playlist and when they're good and then all of a sudden they'll throw in this like really soft song and I'm like, okay, no, I was in a like going, like now you threw me off, like stop.
Right, like exactly. So you're in a groove, and then all of a sudden people are like turn down for what? And then all of a sudden it was like, let's get it on. It's like, what the fuck just
Yeah.
happened?
Dude, that's the mental game of it. Like you're thinking only the physical, got to be in a groove. That's the mental workout. You got to be able to face that challenge and figure out how to keep forging forward in the midst of a crisis.
Well, yeah, but like I got news. When you're running that long, your legs are burning. Like you have to be in that mentality. You have
Yeah.
to be like, we're going, we're gonna keep this up. And you got something to keep motivating you. And Marvin Gaye is not gonna motivate me.
Well, the worst part is like that happened, and all of a sudden you started seeing runners like walking,
Yes.
and I was like, well, he just killed the marathon.
They just kill their dreams.
He just killed the marathon with Marvin fucking Gaye. All right, cool, good for him. Like, all right,
If I got
See,
a shitty ass time, I would blame the DJ.
right. I guess he was waiting because like it did start raining too, so I guess he was like, let's slow it down. It's a couples skate now. It's couples marathon time now.
see, get the rain. You got to go play with the rain. Play a little Missy Elliott.
He could have did like a Milli Vanilli. Like he could have blamed it on the rain.
It's
Yeah,
raining men. You know what I mean? Like you could
raining
have pulled,
men.
he
Yeah,
could have pulled it out there.
but
He went with
no,
Marvin.
right. But no, he just went with Marvin. It's like, all right. But I have to talk about Xander's prom.
Do we have to?
um, a lot of people that watch this are going to be kind of jacked off if we don't talk about it.
All right. No,
But I
no.
mean,
I want to talk about my man. I want to talk about Peaky Blinders. I want to talk about my boy.
I mean, so I mean, for those that are living under a rock, Xander's prom was last weekend. Um, he was looking, of course, if you looked at the socials, he's very dapper, um,
He was
clean.
very dapper. I use the word snazzy if I may so
He was
correct.
snazzy as fuck.
I mean, he was wearing fucking gold shimmer.
He
That
was
man was.
shining, bro. He was popping. And then with that little mustard colored vest underneath, yeah, bro, he was shining. I loved every bit of that. And so
No, I need to know, did you pick that out or did Ashley pick it out?
we kind of both had a consensus on what we wanted, and we
Mm-hmm.
didn't want red. We didn't want to like do the Fox Chapel colors because we were steering away from what if somebody did, what if somebody's doing Fox Chapel colors, and you both know like with Xander, we want different. We want
Right.
something. So we were picking a lot of around that style, and then we had some ideas, and then that coat just stuck out. And then
See,
me and
Sam,
I,
you asked the wrong question. You got to ask my question. When I first saw that, I didn't ask, oh, what did you and Ashley? No, I said, what did Xander want to wear? Like, what did
Mm-hmm.
that man want to put on? Because I
if
know he would have picked some crazier shit.
if
Yeah.
that man would have, if listen, just judging by his final fitting, okay, Xander would have wore his tie dye Eminem top that he got from my mom in Vegas, and he would have wore his Toy Story pajama pants to prom.
Nothing
If
wrong
he
with it.
had his way, that's what he was doing.
Okay, comfort, right?
Right. But when he went in for the final fitting, he was dressed in that. When he came out in that suit, I was floored. Like I was like, man, like I was like, you look really handsome. Thanks. Like very like he knew. But like we asked him, like everything was his opinion. Like we involved him the entire time because it was me, Ashley, and Brandy there. So we're just kind of like pushing him towards it or like giving him some choices, and he was like that one. So like that blazer was kind of like, hey, do you like this? Yes. And then there was like a like sparkly tie, but then you had to pay for it, and I was like, come the fuck on. It's a tux rental place. Like it's coming back to you like the day after, literally. It's not like he's going to somebody's wedding and shammered. Like, and then you're like, well, I don't know if that tie is coming back. But so we just went with like a basic tie, but we wanted to do something different for like the shirt, and we made it black because every kid's gonna have like a white underneath, and like everything was like pinpointed out differently. Like we wanted everything to be different. And even his shoes, like instead of him tying it, we just had him slip them on. Again, Sam, comfort. It was
Right.
just like whatever he felt is would be the most comfortable for him. And then like we were getting him dressed because I brought him to Ashley's and we both got him dressed for prom. Like I made it so we were doing it collectively. And she's like adjusting his tie, and I'm like adjusting like his pants adjusting and whatnot. And I'm having like that moment where I'm just like, holy shit. Like this is huge. This is Xander's junior prom. So like I collected myself together. I mean, I let out a couple tears. I'm a fucking grown ass man and I'm a proud father. So
Well,
once that
that came out. It was supposed to stay internal. I'm just kidding.
there's a bag of dicks you could eat around here somewhere.
This is Jeffrey. Sorry, you got to deal with Jeffrey today.
Um, but yeah, so we went, had him take the pictures, and that was fun all in general because we get them all together and we're trying to find a spot. And then, like, his friend JJ obviously is the one wearing the Peaky Blinders newsboy hat.
My man.
Dude, my fucking man. Like, it was great because, like, we JJ's family likes him to like stunt when he goes out, just like we do with Xander. And all I kept thinking of, he's gonna have that fucking blazer. He's gonna have that blazer. He's gonna have that blazer. And when he didn't, I was like, nice. I was like, this is great. So it looked like, of course, if everybody's seen the photos, it looks like Xander was running all of them. And if you fucked with Xander, he was sending JJ.
Yeah, dude,
Like,
that's what we said. Because me, Jane, and Jean were looking at the photos when you sent them to me, and that's what I said. I was like, "Look at this little dude looking like a little mobster." And then
Mhm.
we like at the same time we were like, "No, Peaky Blinders." And then I was like, "It looks like that dude is about to like. He just got the orders. Like, all right, I'm going to whack someone. Like the boss
right.
said, you got to go."
You see my man, X got that fucking blazer on, bro.
Dude, if
All
he
he
had come
said
out
was
with a
like,
little Joe Pesci, if he'd had a little Joe Pesci voice in him, I'd have been like,
dude,
sign him up.
we were sitting there talking about it, and I was like, if somebody was like, hey, like at prom, if they were like, hey, we didn't get you like chicken nuggets and fries, all of a sudden Xander's like, JJ, take him out. So they're taking the photos, and there's a wedding reception, like a whole ceremony and shit happening.
Where was
Um,
that's one thing I didn't get to ask you. Where were those photos at?
we went to Allegheny Riverfront Park. It's in
Oh, okay,
Aspinwall,
yeah.
and
Because
but
at first I was like, "Did you go back down to that yacht club we was hanging out at?" Like,
nah. We were close. We were like really close.
yeah.
But so so we're walking to the first couple pictures. They're doing the whole ass ceremony, probably from like 10 feet away. And the kids are all having fun, enjoying themselves. And you hear like the priest doing his thing, and they look at us, we're all like, hey, congratulations. Like, fuck it. What are they gonna do? Yell at the kids?
Mm-hmm.
So as they're done, like they pronounce man and wife, we're going around the entire back of the reception to get down to that dock. We had to walk through the fucking wedding reception.
Oh no.
Bro. fucking phenomenal. It was great because we're walking through and everybody's looking at the kids and like admiring their suits and shit like that. And I wanted to be like, it's a cold ass wedding in there.
I'm like, where's the dessert table? I thought we were I would have looked at whoever was behind. I thought were we supposed to be at table 10? They said 10, right?
I'd have been like, oh, there ain't no cookie tray up in here. Ain't no cookie table.
I'd have been like, hey, did you? I reserved and said I was coming and I wanted chicken. I better be getting chicken, no
Right.
fish.
Right. I'd be like, I didn't want no damn salmon. Ain't nobody got time for that. But like, so, but then what was weird is like, so we went down to the dock, took the photos, came back. And when
Mm.
we came back, everybody was like, the wedding party was kind of like standing there watching us. So I was like, I will fuck somebody up. Not today. I ain't
No,
trying to
that's
ruin your
JJ.
wedding.
Yeah,
Don't try to ruin our prom. We're
yeah.
literally, all we have to do is walk up these steps, make it right. We're not even involved in your wedding. You know what I mean? But anywho, we take him down. We drop him off. He's out there. Like all the teachers are saying how clean he looked, like how snazzy, dapper, shit like that. Turn around and pick him up, night and day. He looked like if he just came out from the club. So his shirt's untucked. All right. He's like trying to get the tie off. The blazer's like, yeah. And his hair was like just a hot heap of mess. They sent us a video of the kids dancing, and I can't put it on here because the other students are in it.
Yeah.
But I loved it because it's twofold. So they send it to us. Kids are having a great time. They're all having a wonderful time. Turn around, they're listening to Nicki Minaj's Starships.
Oh no.
Right. So you know how in the part they're like, we're higher than a motherfucker, and then it hits?
Yeah.
Dude, that's the part of the video we got. And all the kids, right? Around surrounding their fucking teachers scream, we're higher than a motherfucker.
Oh no.
Dude, I
Read.
fucking loved it. I loved it. I was like, wonder if my son said he was higher than a motherfucker. But I mean, he doesn't know the song, or else maybe, I mean, he knows of the song.
Yeah, yeah.
I was like, either way, it's his prom. So,
He's having fun.
right? He's out there just higher than a motherfucker. I was like, get it, boy. Shit.
I mean, nowadays there's a lot worse songs they probably could have played.
They could have played WAP.
That's what I was just gonna say. You could have. You know what
Yeah,
I mean? Like,
there ain't no way they're playing some WAP and that shit. But, so, we dropped his mom off. We were on our way home, and I asked Xander with Brandy, I said, okay, so how many girls you dance with? 3. I'm like, impressive. I was like, what are their names? He's like, Addie. I was like, you don't know the names of the other ones? He's like, nope. I was like, oh, they didn't matter. I was like, apparently Addie mattered. So I was like, all right, cool. Good for you. He
dude, I
came
look
in.
again. You sent me those photos, and I think I talked to you the next day or whatever. And I asked. I was again one of the first questions I asked you. I was like, all right, which one of those girls in the pictures is date? And you were like, no need. And then you told me what the dancing with the girls, and I was like, yeah, that sounds more like Xander. Like
Yeah.
he was taking no date. He was going. He was going to be able to spread his wings.
Right. Well, my sister Darren was like that. She's like, who the fuck is that one person trying to boo up on my nephew? And I was like, that's his friend. And she's
Mm-hmm.
like, oh, I was about to say for a minute. She's like, did he have a date? And I was like, no, he was out there just letting his oats soak. Like he was doing his thing. I said he's out there, he was dancing with girls and enjoying himself. He ain't need no damn date. Not at all.
Mm-mm.
But when he walked in this house, he was done. He was like trying to get the fucking cuffs off. Like, dude, he's done. But yet he goes right back into his PJs
Mm-hmm.
and he goes and lays down. So me and Brandy go to bed. He's up and at it, like just like scripting, enjoying himself. I was like, but you were just exhausted 10 minutes ago. And then I'm
Because of
thinking what it
second
is
wave.
he's probably just coming down off the night. Like, bro, that shit was lit, man. You see, like we were out there screaming higher than a motherfucker. Like, you know what I mean? Like, yeah. So for people that asked, he had a really, really good time. Um, no meltdowns, nothing crazy. Um, yeah, yeah. Xander's Xander's really becoming a fucking adult. It's crazy. Jesus, I can't even think about it. I mean, now next year we got to do a senior prom, so
Mm-hmm.
that's when all the bells and whistles and fireworks and whatnot. And he comes out looking like Kenny Powers, start going like this to everybody. Like, I mean, I don't know. But I'm very happy for him and I'm happy for the kids and I'm glad they all had fun. But now he's focused on track regionals in 2 weeks and then he is determined to be done with school.
Mm.
Yeah. Well, due to so I think we touched a little bit about the power last week. He has not been to school since that storm came through.
Yeah, you're telling me that.
Yeah, so he just started going back like Monday. So or Tuesday. It was literally a week from. So this kid has like this idea probably in his mind, which makes sense, where, hey man, maybe I'm not going to school every week. Like
Mm-hmm.
maybe I
Because
got a day off.
I think I asked you this recently, like about him, because like I know like in the past he's done like the summer thing, and you said
So
you guys were like debating, like you weren't sure for this year.
we it's still an open mind over it. I mean, there's a lot coming down the pipe for him. A job, possibly that ESY, like and then like we're going into senior year. So it's like this is this is a lot.
Mm-hmm.
Excuse me. So I don't know if Ashley and I kind of want him to chill out for the summer and then like go into
Yeah, you want to
technically like
keep him on a focused path.
yeah, but it's like we don't know. We're kind of crossing that bridge when we get there. Like we're trying to get through the sports, finish all that, and then kind of wrap up the school year and then kind of see how
When
it
is his like last day? Like when are they done?
I don't know. The probably the beginning of June, but now probably with that week of them being off,
Yeah.
they might push it like a couple days or such and such.
I
I
was
don't
gonna
know.
say I know a lot of kids are ending June 12th.
Yeah, that's probably when he will end.
That's the city school final.
Yeah, that's probably when he will. I mean, I don't have
Oh,
full information on it because of it.
I'll look
But
it
yeah,
up for you. Fox Chapel, right?
yep. Look at us. We're just a whole new thing now. Eric does his thing, looking up stats for Rebecca. Sam's on the fucking interweb as we're doing this. This is great. Look at us. We're doing full scale reporting. This is.
Journalism.
I mean, could be worse. You could be George Pickens and be a cowboy.
I don't know if that's worse. I think that was a win for everybody.
La- Last
Yeah.
day for all students is the 6th of June.
So you were close. You said the beginning.
Yeah. That's all right. I don't fucking know. I don't know. Because like I didn't know if that this week would affect them this past week because like they might just have them stay
You
there.
I
do
think
know that he has
it's
a half a day that day, right?
I do now. I do now. I mean, I have like all his schedules in my phone.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I have so much shit with him. I'm actually Eric taking him to his first independent wrestling show.
Whoa! Where's he going?
So there's one, I think it's in Southside or something. It's the end of this month.
Oh, is it the one that's at the? It used to be the Roxy. It's now like the Enclave or
Enclave.
whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll get with you after this. Maybe if you want to accompany us down there.
Yeah, we had fun as shit at that last indie show.
Yeah, because we were sitting there like getting
We
independent
were
wrestlers.
we basically sat ringside. It
Yeah,
was
for
at
dirt cheap.
that gymnasium out there, or not a gymnasium, but like that sports
A rec
complex up
center
in
in like Monroeville.
Monroeville. And I mean, it was crazy. Like, I mean, tops like stars out there, like former
Yeah,
WWE stars and shit. Like, I mean, we watched the hell. That was probably one of Jerry the King Lawler's last matches.
I think so. I mean, that was the same night Craig almost got into a fight with a wrestler.
Yeah, he was heckling the shit out of him. And the
Yeah.
wrestler turned around and was like, "I'm done with you." We were like,
Yeah, he
"What?"
was like, I'm done with you. He said because he kept calling him a jobber. Oh my
Yeah,
god. Good times. Yeah, because
that
I
was
gotta
a
let
good
my
thing.
cousin Scott know that too, because like I
Yeah,
think Craig and his buddy are gonna go, and I think
Steve.
Ash
Yeah,
is
because that it was me, you, Scoot, Craig, and Steve for the
Yep.
Monroeville show.
Yeah. It was fun. I had a good time. And
Yeah, that was
then
fun.
um what else? Yeah, that was the night we were at Church Brew Works. Wow. That beer is still gross. That fucking beer is still gross. Ugh. Anyhow. Um
Hey, you go back down there, it probably tastes a little different now. We got a new pope. That might be some holy beer.
no, that shit was gross.
What
Yeah,
was
it
it?
was.
It was very sour.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Not my thing. Wasn't Brandy's, wasn't Samantha's, nobody. Even Jen was like, no. Like nobody's feeling it. Nobody was fucking with it. I just
Mm.
I don't do sour beers are disgusting.
Yeah, I'm not a. Even sometimes you'll get some of those, like the Angry Orchards and stuff that have a little sour, bitter taste to
Yeah.
them. And I'm like, nah, don't think so.
So I guess I'll talk about it. I don't really give a fuck.
I mean, we don't
So
have to.
no, I mean this is kind of like people watch the show for different reasons, different elements. So the Pirates fired.
Listen,
I
listen. We got a pope today, and the Pirates fired their fucking manager. I was like, well, that's kind of contradictory. Like, I
Yeah,
mean, they're
like
just
Yeah, but
following
come
shit.
on, you're
They're
putting
like,
a
look,
band-aid
they
on
were like,
something that like needs stitches.
I guess if the Penguins fired their coach, we should probably fire our coach. And then the Steelers or the Roonies are like, we ain't firing Tomlin. We'll just get rid of George Pickens. That should make people happy. But no, I feel bad because I don't blame the like I know yes there could have probably been some better choices made and decisions he had set up, but like he could only put out on the field and put out a lineup based off of the team that he was given. And again, the ownership is not giving him like, and I don't want to like, you know, we just don't got the quality players that we should have. And yes, should he have maybe started a different guy on a different day against a different pitcher? And then, there's some days where he left the pitcher in too long that you could tell was struggling, and he didn't pull him early enough. Okay, I get some of that stuff, but I think that they just fired him because they're hoping that that'll please the fans, and they'll quit bitching about selling the team.
but I think they should like the management needs to go. Like
Well, it's just, and I mean, and then my thing is like, okay, so they're like, all right, so basically his assistant coach will now be there. They call it the bench coach. He's now going to be in charge of the team, and it's like, well, it's not like he's going to do anything different. Like it's the same coaching staff. Like they're all like it's the same
yeah,
thing. Like that's not going to change. So if that's the case, then why the hell did you fire him? Now I know there's not going to go hire a new coach at this point in time in the season, but it's like I just don't. I think you should at least let the season finish out and see what happens. We all know that it was going to go tank downhill, but like, you can't. I just think it was firing him now, I don't think makes any sense, and it's just the ownership's way of trying to make them look like the good guys in this whole thing when really it's their fault from the top. Like,
Yeah, the top is bad here. The top is
like
awful.
and he's not going to sell now. I mean, I have seen reports and stuff lately that like, I mean, attendance has been horrible. Like the fans aren't showing up no more. Like they're
No.
not. You know, it's not. It's not what you know. At the beginning of the season, everybody's screaming, sell the team," and I'm like, but you're still filling up the ballpark. That's what he wants. That's where he's making his money.
Mhm.
Yeah, so it's like you're doing what he wants.
Yeah, like it's just like so. I think it sucks. I mean, it is what it is. Like I don't. I mean, again, I don't think anything they do right now is going to save this season. I mean, and I actually just it was kind of funny because I have been watching more Pirates baseball this season than I had last year.
You
And I'm
poor
like,
thing.
yeah, I'm like, this is a headache every night. But I was curious.
Colin is a Pirates fan.
Well, like I knew that we were, in our division, we're bottom of the barrel. But I'm like,
Yeah.
You're
where
like
do
10
we?
games out, aren't you?
Yeah, 10.5. And don't we want that half game out? Um, but um, but I was like, where do we sit in all of Major League Baseball? I was curious to see where we sat in all. Like, we gotta be bottom. We're we're third. I think third from the bottom or fourth.
You're
I did
fourth.
not know. I did not know that the Rockies had. I mean, I knew they were struggling this year too. I mean, I was like, oh, we only won 12 games so far this season. The Rockies only won 6. I'm like, how the fuck do you have 6 wins?
Well, I mean, then that's just this. That's a sad ass team. But they used to have so much potential.
Yeah, it is what it is. I mean, I'm watching it. I think I'm watching it more this year too, only because like last year I didn't really have a way to watch it because YouTube TV we don't get the Sports Net channel, Pittsburgh
Sportsnet.
Sport. So, but this year they debuted the app, the Sportsnet app. So now I can watch Pirates and Penguin games better. So I'm like, I think it's one of those things. I'm just watching it because I can. Like I don't. But the thing is like I'm watching it on my phone. Like I'll have it sitting like next to me, like kind of background noise. But I'm actually watching playoff hockey. Like that's where I'm at right now.
Can just real quick before we go into that,
Yeah.
can you cast it to your television?
Oh yeah, you can. And depending on your TV, you can download the app to your smart TV. It's just that it's not available yet because I have an LG.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have it in their app store, but like I think it's on the. You can get it on Roku. I think you can get it on like the Amazon Fires and Apple TV. And then you can put it on any device, like phone, tablet, whatever. So
So we'll let Sam dilly dally on her computer
yeah,
while we do playoff hockey.
well,
Yeah, you do that because I'm looking up the Pirates in the standings and just kind of laughing. It's okay.
So if she laughs at playoff hockey, that has nothing to do with playoff fucking hockey, ladies and gentlemen. All right. So I caught like again because I'm an Avs fan. I caught that game 7 with them in Dallas. That was actually a pretty good game, even though the Stars won. Like it's been very physical, all of it. I
yeah,
like it. I love it. I catch some here and there. I can't really do the West Coast because, like, obviously, like I'm in bed by certain times and whatnot, and
okay.
it'll be on Hulu, and I'm like, bro, I got to get the fucking bed. I got to be up by 5. I got shit to do. So,
No, I yeah,
Eric, you
I
give us
watched.
the rundown of.
Yeah, I watched. This past weekend, same thing. Like I'm like, all right, a lot of game sevens, a lot of finishing up the first round. I'm like, all right, let's see what we got. There was some really tight series. Again, game sevens, obviously it's a tight series, but like a lot of really, there weren't like many like blowout games where it's just like a team got shut out or got blown out. Really good games, and I'm like, all right, let's see here. We got some game sevens, and like you said, that Colorado Dallas game, I was like, this is one of the best playoff games I've ever watched. Like, this is amazing. Game 7, like up and down, final set, like, oh my God. And then you get to Sunday night, and I'm like, all right, let's see. I think we had 2 games Sunday night, and there was also a game 7. It was the Winnipeg St. Louis Blues game.
Yep.
And I'm like, all right, let's check this one out. Even better than the Dallas. I didn't think anything could top the Dallas Colorado game. And then that one was even better. And I'm like, okay. Like, I mean, and then I think it was the elimination game when the Capitals eliminated the Canadians.
Yeah.
Like you said, physical. Just, I mean, Ovechkin tried to steamroll a dude. The dude, I don't even know if you saw him coming or just kind of fell out of the way. Ovechkin flipped over, almost ended up headfirst in the bench because he was charging so hard. Tom Wilson literally, I think he killed a guy, and that ended up being the game-winning goal. Like, I'm like, and then the games, the past 2 nights, like it's been crazy, the physicality, but then it's not
watching Sam's face.
It's not slow. The physicality of these games is not slowing down the goal scoring. There's still, I mean, if you tally between the 2 teams, you're still getting 7, 8, almost 9 goals a night from these 2 teams, which, and some of these goals that they're scoring, like, Connor McDavid the other night scored a goal. I call it more like something you would see Crosby do, but he, like, the goalie went to catch it, almost like a baseball catch, missed it, bounced off his glove, popped up in the air, and Connor McDavid for Edmonton did like this like spinny back thing out of midair, not just knocked it in the net, bounced it off of the goalie's back and then into the net. It was like, I'm like,
what am I missing? Like, why you're making it sound like this is so like, what the fuck am I missing?
It's playoff fucking hockey.
Playoff hockey. I mean, I've anybody that knows me, and I've said it on here before, like, hockey is my sport. I'm a diehard hockey fan. It's my favorite sport in the world. I can watch any team because, like, Jane had made the comment. We were watching the Dallas Colorado game Saturday, and we were watching it. I was like, oh, hockey's on, because we had just got done watching the Marvel Thunderbolts. We watched that, and I was like, she's like, oh, well, what's on now? Is there anything else you want to watch? And I'm like, oh, hockey. I didn't realize what time it was. I was like, hockey's on, and it was I think it was second period of the Dallas Colorado game, and she was like, oh, the Pens playing, and I was like, no, like, why are you asking that kind of a question? And she was like, I don't know. I just thought I was like, first off, Pens didn't make the playoffs, and we're not going to talk about it. 2, Dad, like, I will watch hockey no matter who it is. Like, I don't care. Mm-hmm. And especially playoff hockey. And this year, I feel like the playoff hockey is just on a whole nother level. Like, this is some of the best hockey I've watched in so long. And I thought I had some other choices, like, going in. Like, obviously, I was rooting for Fleury in Minnesota to maybe win one more cup before he retires. As much as it hurts me being a Penguins fan, I was kind of rooting for Washington and Ovechkin just to kind of finish that story with him winning the title. And then I'm like, if they win, I'll be happy. It'll be good. But now I'm like, I don't care who wins. Like, I just want to
see who gets there.
Yeah, I'm like, who physically can still survive? Like,
yeah.
Wait, so I'm going to ask you, like, with a hockey, like, yeah. I know that there's Stanley Cup and that's like the World Series, but like, do they have brackets, like games that they have to play to get to? Like, so what I guess what I'm asking is, like, where are they now? Like, in the playoffs? Like, what is, like...
They're round 2 of the playoffs. So they're... Okay. It is kind of like baseball. So since you're a baseball fan, like,
yeah,
well, I guess football is the only one that doesn't do like a bracket. Like, they do a bracket, but it's just...
It's one game in. It's just
you're one and move on. To where hockey's actually longer than baseball, because you know how baseball starts off, like, the first couple rounds are like maybe like the best of 3 or something, like they're shorter series. Hockey from round 1 all the way through to the championship, it's the best of 7.
Yep, it's never changed.
It's never a shorter. So you have to get through each round that way. So right now that the playoffs started like a week ago, and we're just now starting round 2 because, like I was just saying, a couple of these games went to game 7. So there was teams that finished and are waiting for their next opponent, but had to wait because the other series went longer.
Well, how many series are there in the playoffs?
So right now we're in round 2. Round 3 would be like the I guess for it would be like the conference championship. So like the semifinals. Round 3 is like the semifinals, and then the final. Okay. So I guess technically there's 4 rounds. I guess you could say to win it all, you have to go through 4 rounds.
Correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So it's hockey's lot like hockey playoffs. Like now, yes, they start at like the end of April-ish most times based on the calendar, and you won't get a Stanley Cup championship until almost the end of June.
Yep.
And when does hockey season start?
Preseason starts in September.
Yeah, like there's like zero turnaround really. Like it's just back into it again.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless you're a team that didn't make the playoffs or gets eliminated early, then you got a little bit more time to recover. And that's the other crazy thing about hockey is like I can't think of who was. One of the teams, like when a team gets eliminated, you then start to hear like, oh, well, this guy was playing. I mean, you hear it in like a lot of sports, like, oh, a guy was hurt. Like now they have to have postseason surgeries and things of that nature. I mean, again, I can't think of who it was. It might have been Colorado. When they just got eliminated, there was a guy that was playing with almost like a broken back.
Yeah. I just can't put a finger on the
hockey players when the season's over for a team, their injury report kind of like comes out, and it's amazing the shit that you see guys. You're like, how did they play that? Like last year, the Vegas Golden Knights, there was a guy that came back from injury in the middle of the playoffs, Stoner. He came back in the middle of the playoffs, and they literally like somebody had to put his skates on, tie him, and literally like prop him up and shoved him out on the ice. Like that's how he still played. He wasn't 100%, but he wanted to be out there with his team for the playoffs. And that's their mentality. Like that's the hockey mentality. Like you never give up. Like there's always like you're always in it for the fight. Like you want that Stanley Cup. Like
right.
And that's just one of the things that like I don't know. I mean, like growing up playing hockey, like it's just I don't know. It's just the way it is. Like you just went out there and played. Like I never wanted it. I hated it. Like especially because like when I would play goalie, like I hated like oh we're gonna pull you and put in the next guy or so and so. And I'm like, I'm not done. Like I want to be out there and play. I'm like, all right, if I'm not playing goalie, then put me somewhere else. Give me a stick. I'm out on defense or I'm out on offense. Like I just always wanted to play. Like it's just the way it is.
Now ask him how his back is now.
Oh, my back's shot. My knees are shot.
It's the love of the game, Samantha. It's the love of the game.
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I think hockey is the one where you hear the most. Like again, you hear it in it's like baseball, it's always like, oh, postseason, this pitcher's now gotta have like Tommy John or, something that you didn't know that they were dealing with. Football players, there's always injuries, But I feel like hockey, like they just had who did they obviously I watch Pat McAfee, you guys know that. He had on Kachuk from Florida.
Yeah.
And they were interviewing him after their when they moved on to the second round. And they were asking him questions about hockey, and they said something about the speed and how guys are hitting more physical this year. And he was like, how? He goes, I've never asked this question. He goes, at top speed, like you get moving, you're at top speed. How fast are you going at a guy on skates trying to knock him out. He was like, most guys get up to the average top speed of 25 miles an hour.
So it's like being hit by a fucking 25-mile-an-hour car. That's great.
Yeah, like and being slammed into the boards or
Yeah. Like, and then if you're like ricocheting off the board, that's even more
mm,
G-force going into it.
the
Man,
guy. What
that's
was the?
crazy.
There was just a goalie got crushed the other night. Was it the Canes? I think the Canes goalie the other like he's trying to make a save. He got blasted. He's like he gets up, shakes his head. He looks at the ref like, "What the fuck?" Like
He's like, "What the fuck, my guy? Damn."
he was like, "Yeah, damn it!" Like yeah, you just no one's safe out there,
Speaking of, did you see that Utah finally decided a name
bro.
with the Utah Mammoths?
It's not plural. It's singular.
I'm calling them Mammoths.
You're not allowed.
I'll fucking do what I want.
You fucking Pittsburghers adding S's to random ass shit. It's not all
Like,
E's.
oh,
It's
they're
all
gonna play the
E's.
Utah Mammoth.
Yes, because they're one. They're one team. They're a single unit.
All right, Gordon Bombay, calm it the fuck down. All right.
Well, listen again. Hockey, that's my sport, and I followed when Utah became a team, or when Arizona got moved to Utah.
Yeah.
I was excited for it because I was intrigued to see, how that was all going to go, and I started following the hockey team on Twitter, and so I was like, I was what was it yesterday? No, yeah, yesterday. I was watching the live press conference of the whole announcing the team name and the logo. Like that's my team. Like so, diehard East Coast Penguins. That's what it is. And I always pick a West Coast team. You know what I mean? I like a West Coast team. And right currently, it's been Seattle because I like Seattle's new look, like when they became a team. But I'm like, nope, I'm in on the fucking Utah Mammoth. Like that is so awesome of a logo. The colors they kept from when they were the hockey club, their original colors.
I
So they're
like those
sticking with
colors.
they're sticking with the blue, and yeah, I mean I could go on forever. Like I won't.
But that's not. It's not. We
Like
just we just we
there's like because there's like hidden gems in the logo, the Mammoth logo. There's like hidden gems like in there the way they designed it. It's so cool and like their alternate logo. And like every team has like sports teams always have like an alternate logo, and
yeah.
they're doing the whole tusk thing, like the Mammoth tusk thing.
Yeah.
Like they're so I'm like I'm in. I'm
It
in.
almost sounds like in a way like you need a minute. Like
No, I don't need a minute. I need this shit to let's go. I'm already looking it up. They March May 14th. May 14th, the gear drops online. I'm like, well, got that in the
I
calendar.
was like, I don't know the way you're getting into it. I feel like there's a puddle between your legs, and I'm like, get it, boy. All right, yeah.
No, I'm intrigued. Like I always like when new teams like when Vegas came, especially
Yeah.
Vegas because they had Fleury as their goalie and Seattle. I loved their logo and the way they themed that team and everything. I was like that is so cool. And then with Utah, it's like they're not an expansion team. They were Arizona. They just got sold and moved.
Mhm.
So for me, it was intriguing to see how they rebranded Arizona, the Coyotes, because I felt like Utah. You could have left like there's Coyotes in Utah. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah, absolutely.
but so it's the owner of the Utah Jazz that owns.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, so like, and that's what he's trying to kind of like here in Pittsburgh, how everything's all black and gold. It's like the city all the teams represent the city. So that's what he wants to do with this because I guess the Jazz are getting new like alternate uniforms and that are going to have that blue in it too.
Okay.
So he said that there's going to be like a shared branding, especially because they're going to be sharing the same arena and everything.
I mean, that makes sense. Plus, like, not they're just trying to copy us. It's fine.
I listen. I was when I was a little worried because some of the logos they had because that was all fan vote. They did everything on like social media and online. Well, that was all fan vote. So the fans voted for that, and like the Utah fans voted for that team name and the logo. And there was some that were like, they reminded me of like like Madden, like create a team, or like a sport, like a video game create a team, and I'm
Yeah.
like, because there was one that was the Outlaws. They were gonna maybe go by the Outlaws, and it did look like that cowboy with the bandana that you always see.
Oh my god.
And I'm like, that one's all right, but the Mammoth one, I think they had like a basic design, but then they once they realized that that's probably what it's going to end up being because the votes were leaning that way, they updated it to what the current logo, like they had like a final logo, and I was like, that's just sick. Like it's like you haven't seen like a crazy, like not crazy, but like a cool logo like that in a while because everything's just so kind of simple and traditional.
Yeah.
It's like a whole different thing. But this, I saw this online, and I was like, I didn't think of it. They have to do this. So Utah Mammoth, they have to play the Nashville Predators because their logo's the saber-toothed tiger, and you gotta have the Ice Age guys out there.
Oh yeah, for sure. I was gonna say, like, is it gonna be Ice Age night there at the fucking rink? Like,
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Jesus Christ.
Get Ray Romano and who was the saber-toothed tiger? Like
Um.
I can picture his face. It's like wasn't it? It's shit.
Oh my god.
Because then he also did that fireman. Was he on something FD
Rescue me.
or Rescue Me? Yeah.
Yeah. Not why am I drawing a blank?
I don't
Samantha's
know.
in a computer. We could ask her.
Yeah, Samantha.
Wait, got it. Dennis Leary.
Dennis Larry. I wanted to say Larry.
If I put Sabretooth, what is it?
No. We got it. We got it.
I'm going to look up Ice
Don't
Age.
ruin my
the
research
movie.
there, Paul.
Look up Ice Age the movie. There you go, Sam. Look up Ice Age the movie.
Which one?
There's like 40 now, dude.
Yeah, just anyone, because I think he was in all of them. And you want to look for the saber-toothed tiger character.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's Dennis Leary.
Oh, yeah, that's who it is. Because I kept wanting to say Larry. I'm like, this name's not Larry. It's Lear.
Are you looking for the actor or the name of the movie?
The actor.
The name of the actor. Is Dennis Leary in that movie?
Hold up. It is Dennis Leary.
Finger
Yeah,
gun, bitch.
he plays the tiger. Because then the female elephant mammoth is Queen Latifah. I almost said elephant. They had killed me. I wouldn't have been allowed to be a fan. Dude, how about the owner?
The female elephant. I mean, mammoth.
The
I
owner.
was like, great. As soon as you got on them, all of a sudden they don't want you.
That would have been banned.
Speaking of saber-toothed tigers, did you guys hear about what they found? Like, so there was a 300-pound like dinosaur skull, the Triceratops, whatever, right? That they found in New Mexico. But prior to that, they found a skull of this
Your Power
animal.
Rangers great. It's the Triceratops.
Triceratops.
Don't let her look that shit up, bro. It's right there at her fingertips now.
But they found this skull. I don't even know what the name of it was, but it looked like a giant cat, right? But it had saber-toothed teeth, but it attacked its prey and swam like an alligator. And they said this was like around before the dinosaurs, but this is what created the mammals.
Really?
I'm in. Let's find it. I want to go. Where we got to go? If I go to Mexico, I might not get back. They won't let me back in.
He said New Mexico.
Oh, New Mexico?
Yes.
Is it New Mexico or regular Mexico?
New Mexico.
Oh, then I'm fine. We can go.
But if you make a left at Albuquerque,
you're screwed.
Well, if we're going out that way, we can stop at Utah. I can get some gear.
oh my God.
We gotta go up a little bit.
Like, man, we get it. You like the team. We get it. We understand. Totally got it.
I like the team. I'm like,
Oh
he's like, fuck history. Fuck the fact of what got us here. I just need the gear.
to know.
No, I do want to see the mammal thing, dinosaur thing too.
Yeah, right.
I like that kind of stuff.
Well, that's like what I was talking about, like with the Americas last week. Like, talking about all the different species that are in like deep, dark water.
Yeah,
We don't even fucking know about.
Yeah.
And when they find it, I'm like, when something comes up, I'm like, oh shit, that's dope. Like,
yeah, I watched this video. I like watching that kind of stuff too. Like, I mean, we've talked about watching Americas all the time. There was. I was watching this video. This guy, he was deep diving like that, and he went
Was he
down to
deep
where it
diving?
was like, oh, he was deep diving. There was no brush either. He was deep diving in the wetness. Um, he
Let's
thought
fucking go.
he thought it was WAP all over again. He was
Macaroni what?
he was down there. It got a little dark too. It got a little dark, and there was like this fit. Like I don't even know what the fuck it was. It didn't even look like a fish, but its mouth opened and like the teeth on this thing. Like, it was worse than piranhas. Like I was like, and he just kind of like because he had the oxygen and all that on, so he couldn't like scream, but he was like, you seen him struggle like ah like I'm like, dude, you just why would you even fucking go down there?
It's probably one of them. Damn it! This
Like
Sam.
I never thought
Sam's right here now.
he never said like they never said what it was because this was like something I watched on YouTube. So it was like somebody with like a GoPro, you know what I mean, like diving, and I almost thought it was one of those. I think this might be what you're thinking. Like they call them like a rockfish or whatever.
Or like is it a glowfish where it has a little light on the
I
top
thought
of
of
its
that
head?
too, but it didn't. It didn't have the little street light on its head.
Because their teeth are supremely big and sharp too.
It looked because that and the rockfish is what it reminded, like a combo maybe, like without the little
Without the street light.
without the street light, without the little doo-wop street light, like
Duvop street light.
like it kind of I'm like what, and then I almost thought like okay that it was this AI, like was this an AI video, you know what I mean, like
Yeah, you have to really break that shit down now.
but no, this guy like he had like a you could click on his thing and he had like a whole YouTube channel of him.
I don't want to click on his thing.
Well, you had to if you wanted to get to the street light.
I was gonna say I was waiting for people like if you have to click on it to get to the good stuff, I'd be like, you motherfucker.
Well, I mean, he was diving in the wetness. He like dives for not a living, but like a hobby. So he has tons of like diving videos. I was like, okay, this dude's legit. It wasn't fake.
Yeah.
But I was like, yeah, like back to what you were saying though. Like, if there's shit out there, you're like,
Right, like they were showing on the Americas, like it was like an organism that was probably about like yay long.
that shit's weird and grosses me out.
Fucking nuts. That it's like tied to like almost like the like
alien like.
Yeah. And it was like it's tied to like the dinosaurs and shit like
They look
that.
to make it Sam itchy. She's like, I can't deal with it.
Or like there's so many things on this planet that creep me out that like when they find they're like, look how cool. I'm like,
we're not just talking humans that make you go ooh. There's other stuff too.
You know what else I find like I don't find it weird. I find it interesting that there's weird versions, I guess you could say, or breeds. I don't know what you want to call it. Birds. There are some weird ass fucking birds out there that you don't know exist until you come across one of these National Geographic shows and you're like, where the fuck did that thing come from? And then they make the weirdest noises.
Yeah.
Like there was one, it looked like a robin, but almost had like a turkey gobbler. And the noise that it made almost sounded like a fucking paramedics coming down the street. And I'm like, what the fuck was this? Like, could you imagine being woken up to that? Like, just chilling on the windowsill?
No, because that bird would be out, but that bird would be dead.
I don't know. I think it might kill me. It looked a little, I mean,
little suspect.
Yeah, a little suspect. And you get some of these bigger ones that are like I don't know, like flamingo size or crane size, you know? And I'm like, I don't know if I want to be fucking with those.
No. Well, I mean, you tried fighting a kangaroo, a bear.
I'm getting one.
So, I mean, like a bird is kind of up your alley.
No, I'm getting a kangaroo.
No. All right.
When Jane goes to college, I'm turning her room into a kangaroo room. It's going to be like its habitat.
Oh, just in the room.
Yeah.
We're gonna have to do a weekly progression on the kangaroo.
We will. So, Craig, if you're watching, I might need your help because we found out that in the state of Pennsylvania, you are allowed to own a kangaroo with a permit.
Okay. I mean, we know people that can work permits. It's fine.
Exactly. So why not get a fucking kangaroo?
I mean, I'm sure if you go to like a zoo or something, you could or like a kangaroo sanctuary, you could probably like go and find a baby kangaroo and just raise it from there.
Yeah.
Exactly. And then I can train it to fight for me, and I don't have to fight the other adult kangaroos.
So if you think about it, we have connections with the permit. We have connections with the zoo.
Yeah.
I mean, in a way, Eric, this is very fucking win-win for you, bro.
Why not? Why
mean,
not? And then there's something out here for Donna to take care of in the house. She doesn't have to feel like an empty nester because the kid moved to college.
Till all of a sudden you show up at your house and all of a sudden your wife is in the fucking kangaroo pouch for some reason, just chilling.
Oh, well. If she's cozy, let her go.
It's nice and warm in here.
You know, most empty nesters get a dog, but no, Jeffrey here has to go.
Jeffrey has to go get a fucking kangaroo.
Go get the kangaroo.
And that kangaroo's name is going to be fucking Jeffrey.
I was figuring
They're going to be like, oh, well, is it like the Toys R Us Jeffrey? No, this is fucking Jeffrey, the boxing kangaroo. And we're going to go street fighting. We're going to go fight.
I can see him calling like every news station and be like, guys, I have a boxing kangaroo. You need to see this.
But like, you don't understand. He's like 7-0 right now. He's basically beating up little kids, though. But I'm just saying.
I'm gonna take him on the McAfee show. I thought I'm gonna get to meet McAfee. We're gonna go on the McAfee show. You know, he'll have a Yinzer on with a kangaroo.
But this is where I need to. Okay, so over the weekend I was watching the boxing match. Like I think there were like two of them on. I don't remember. One was like an Irish dude. I don't even remember who they were. But I really, really hated the guy who won. One of the winners. He was in gold shorts. I did not like him. Did not like his ego. But he still kicked ass. Okay. But, like, I learned a lot about boxing and how there's, 10, 12 rounds? Something like that shit?
Yeah.
Like, each at, 3 minutes? Something like that?
3 or 5.
Yeah. So it's a long-ass time. So how the hell...
lesser rounds. Like, I think it depends on, the weight class and the title. Some of them...
The one I was watching, I think, was, 3 minutes each for each round.
For 10 rounds?
For 10 rounds.
That's a standard, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Was it overseas?
I don't even remember.
There was one.
I just know it was a really cute looking French man.
She's gonna remember where it was.
I just know it was in a boxing ring, and it was a really cute French man who was fighting against this Mexican, and the Mexican won, but the Mexican had a really bad ego.
There it is.
Were they fighting outside?
No, they were inside.
Okay, then that was the one that was overseas. The only other big boxing match. That was a tongue twister.
He's kind of dead.
That one was outside in the middle of Times Square on Saturday.
Yeah, I didn't see that one. I would have known if it was in Times Square.
Yeah, it was in the middle of Times Square because they opened that boxing pay-per-view, whatever you want to call it. They opened it with a cop versus a fireman. You know, the whole New York.
Mm-hmm.
That one. And then there was a couple other 2 or 3 other matches, and then there was a big fight was the one that was overseas. I think it was in Saudi or something.
I'll look it up.
See, this is great. Now we have resources, and Sam's just over there clicking, punching away.
What's today's date? Today's 9th.
We need a theme music when Sam starts clicking.
Like the Jeopardy?
What?
Like the Jeopardy song?
Yeah, right. But dude.
That's right. It was Alvarez versus Skull. Yeah, it was in Saudi Arabia. Yeah,
that was the big. The one that was in New York was big because it was the first time ever, Times Square outdoor live boxing. But you know what the crazy part was too?
I lied. That was not the one that I watched. It was Jamie Munguia versus Bruno Cerise.
Cerise.
Yeah, it sounds a little.
It sounds Cerise.
You must know. You know JJ.
Because Munguia was the one that won.
I didn't watch it.
Go through the ringer saying these fucking names right now, right? It's like,
But here's the
poor
thing:
Sam's like speaking for like the UN.
she's the one that chose this topic and chose to look up these fighters. That's on her, not
And
us.
that's perfectly
But
fine.
like
Like,
I was into this, guys. You know, it
I
is
like
a
when she
rarity for
dials
me to
in.
like something other than baseball.
Yeah. But you know what?
Mind
But
boxing, but I
exactly, I love where she was going with it, and she was like, "But there was this really cute Frenchman." I was like, "That's it. That's what did it."
I was like, at first, I was like, all right, the Mexican in the gold shorts, we could get him. He's got good stats. Sorry. And then they showed the really cute Frenchman. I was like, sorry, guys, he's kind of on the eyes. I got to go that route.
Right? She's looking at him like, "Wee wee, all right, yeah."
But I went with it because I wanted to know how your boxing kangaroo is going to match up. Like, is he going to be a heavyweight, a middleweight, a lightweight? Can he survive 10 rounds?
he's gonna be quick. He's gonna be quick on the feet. He can hit you with like a 4-piece without you even knowing.
And then he'll use his feet, the kangaroo kick. That's like the finisher.
No, you can't. You can't kick in boxing. That's illegal.
Well, you're gonna be dead because as you're trying to train this thing, he's gonna kick you.
He ain't kicking me. I'm training him.
Well,
I'm not fighting him to train him.
well, if he's sparring, all of a sudden you're telling him what to do, and all of a sudden he gets aggressive, and all of a sudden, boom, you're gone.
No, he's gonna be fighting the punching bag. He'll be all right.
Till the fucking punching bag gets kicked, and the fucking punching bag leans into you, and all of a sudden you're like, "Oh God, this is a bad idea."
I'm not one of those idiots that I don't understand. You get the trainers that stand behind the fucking punch and hold it, and I'm like,
Yes.
listen, okay, I get it. You're not like you can see sometimes they do feel that blow, but I'm like, that's all you need is for one of them fucking boxers to slip up and miss the fucking bag. You're done. You're getting
Yeah.
knocked out.
KO. No.
I
Oh
ain't,
my
I ain't
God.
doing it. We ain't doing that.
No. But
I,
before
look, I got
we
a whole bedroom up there to set up for a kangaroo. It'll be all right.
well, if we do, then we'll have to promote it on here and all that, and you know.
Yeah, well, hey, I'll let you guys stream it live. It'll be live streaming.
Right? But before we head out, because we're gonna be asked about it, Eric, we might as well go ahead and touch on Backlash real quick. Because that's this week.
Yeah.
We can
Backlash
hurry up. We could just do the
this
who they
Saturday.
are.
There's a lot. I mean, off the top of my head, obviously.
Well, no. Because this is where Sam would go and dwindle off. But Sam has access to the laptop or the computer. So we
Yeah.
could have Samantha go and look up the WWE Backlash card, and she could tell us, and we go from there.
Okay.
See, we're including Samantha in the shit we talk about. Ta-da! Like,
What are you
look,
looking for? Backlash for what?
2025
2025
Backlash. 2025.
card.
The card. Wait,
Like the
John
match.
Cena's going to be in there?
Yes, ma'am. John Cena is wrestling.
Fighting
Yo,
Randy
I
Orton.
thought it. Yo, wait, and it's on Peacock?
Yes,
Oh,
ma'am. this Saturday.
oh man,
Yep.
this I'm going to have to watch this. It's John
Shut the fuck
Cena.
up. This is gonna be great.
Yeah, because we're not telling her she's gonna be all. She's not. Because obviously she knows
John
John
Cena, a
Cena.
good guy.
I
Yeah,
don't know
John
who Randy
Cena.
Orton is, but I'm in it for John Cena.
Till you
You
see how
might not
Randy
be
Orton
after
be
you
looking,
watch
and then
it.
you'll be like, mm-hmm, yeah, all right.
Well, fuck John Cena. He's a bitch.
Till she sees how built Randy Orton is, she'll be like, okay, Randall Keith Orton, I got you.
She'd be like, Franklin who?
I see you.
Franklin who?
She'll be like, who the fuck is Roman Reigns? So he comes out and she's like, I acknowledge him.
Okay, so we got Cena and Orton.
Yes.
Wait,
I
so apparently they've wrestled each other 21 times? Why have I never had the opportunity to wrestle with Cena?
This went from the fucking kangaroo to why Samantha can't wrestle John Cena.
mean,
Now we got to make that happen.
Nobody wants to be in the room when that happens.
that'll be the prelim match to the Kangaroos fight.
That's a dark match. It's off the air. We can't.
Yeah.
That's exactly
John
it.
Cena.
Okay, so we got those two. I don't see Cena losing the belt right now.
Not this fast.
No. I feel all right. What's next? What's the next match?
Oh, for that one?
What's the next match after that? Or
I see. This one says that there are 4 matches.
4?
It says their backlash might be the last, blah, blah, blah. The card will also feature 3 more title matches. Most notably, a fatal 4-way for the United States Championship is set when Jacob Fatu, who earned the title at WrestleMania 41, faces off against Drew McIntyre.
Yep.
And
Scottish.
then LA Knight and Damian Priest. And then Fatu beat Knight for the title, McIntyre, Priest, okay. And then it says, plus women's intercontinental champion, Lyra. What?
Valkyria.
Intercontinental.
Oh, yeah, intercontinental champion. Whatever.
Lyra
Valkyria.
Valkyria.
Puts her title on the line against former friend turned rival Becky Lynch.
Let's do that. Then we'll get into the fatal 4-way.
I think Becky is going to take the title because for her, she's held every title in the women's division except for this one because it was created while she was out.
Correct.
So I think they're going to give this to her to just keep her title, streak, I guess you could call it.
Right. And I don't know.
And Valkyria, she's had it for a little while. I don't think she's a bad champ. I like Valkyria, but I just think that now that I just don't see. I think there's more reasons for them to give it to Becky, and then you could always rematch with Lyra, or maybe there's going to be interference that who knows. I think Becky's going to win in some form, however that might be.
Right.
And then we'll have her have the title for a little while until she can get back into a championship story.
And honestly, I see Jacob Fatu winning that fatal 4-way. The match is probably going to be incredible, but just gave him that title.
Yeah.
What you oohing?
And he's.
Oh no, I'm looking at the 2 girls. I got to go with Lyra. Lyra's cute. I'm not a fan of Becky, so I'm going with Lyra. She's cute.
Man, I like this because Sam's the outsider-ish. So people are going to be like, fuck you, Sam. You don't know what the fuck you're talking about.
I'm going off how cute she is, okay?
Lyra is cute, but I love the man. I love Becky Lynch. I've always loved Becky Lynch.
Yeah. I like Valkyria.
I like titles changing hands except maybe the Intercontinental. That's it.
That's Dom. Wait, who's he?
Isn't he? That's what we have Sam for.
Yeah, Sam. Is there an Intercontinental men's match? It'd be
so right now they have undisputed WWE Championship is John Cena versus Randy Orton. Women's Intercontinental Championship is Lyra versus Becky, and then they have Gunther versus Pat McAfee.
Oh yeah,
I forgot about that.
Oh, I know about that.
I forget about that.
Then they have the United States Championship, which is your 4-way. Jacob versus Drew versus LA Knight versus Damian.
Yeah.
And then the Intercontinental Championship is Dominic Mysterio versus Penta.
Yeah. Oh, versus Penta.
No, I thought that was another triple. I thought.
Nope. Because they did the Fatal 4-way at Mania.
They're giving that to Penta.
Yeah, I think so too, because this is the breakup of the Judgment Day. This is.
Yeah, I think Finn's going to interfere. They're all going. I think all of Judgment Day is going to interfere at some. They'll take their turns or whatever.
Yeah.
I almost am hoping that Rey Fenix comes out to help Penta. And then they put them back together, put the brothers back together, Lucha Bros. But
you would like the way Penta comes out to the ring.
Dude, Penta's entrance is one of the sickest.
And now,
the crazy part is it's so simple.
Yeah, but did you see that the guitarist from Tool now does his new theme song?
Yeah, he just updated it last week. For Raw.
I was like, yeah, being a Tool fan, I was like, that fucking rocks.
That was hard. That was. I like that. The other one was good. This one, I like it better.
Yeah, I like it better. But yeah, I was like, I think Sam would like it with all the pyro, the music, Penta's a badass. Like
With
absolutely.
the way he does that creep walk.
Oh, I love the creep walk, bro.
The creep walk is sick.
Don't be coming to me with that bullshit. Okay.
Whoa, why is he dressed like that?
Because Penta?
Yeah, hello. Damn. Ooh, okay. Penta without all that? Have you seen Penta without the mask? Ooh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm digging the mask. I could get into that, but
I'm gonna text Sam on Saturday. She's like, busy watching Backlash. I'm on the cock. And I mean peacock.
he's only a year older than I am. I mean,
Hey, there you go. Like,
hey
so,
there.
You know what though is
I
crazy? I
can
guess in
have
the
a nice four-way match. Penta, me, Cena, and we'll find one other.
Roman Reigns.
Penta's got a brother.
Now you don't want to make it too weird.
Just saying. She's into the math.
His brother?
Yeah, Penta has a brother. It's Ray Phoenix.
Oh yeah, right there. Yeah, no, I'm not feeling that.
No,
Nope.
see, don't
Nope.
make it.
Not.
That what was I gonna say? I don't remember now.
Do you want to get into the Pat McAfee one? Because that's gonna be wild.
I feel like my feelings are gonna get hurt.
I feel like your feelings are gonna get hurt too.
Like, there's no way Pat McAfee is beating Gunther, and I am sorry, Pat, if you're watching this. I don't.
He's
Just saying. Just saying. Like, I here's my thought.
You are
This is
lost for words. Listen to you.
no, like, I think that this match, it isn't even so much about this whole beef with him and Cole and the announce crew and all this angry Gunther shit or whatever it is. I think that this is just a filler to build up. Like, they're using this to get Gunther in the ring because I almost feel like there might be an interference, or yes, he beats Pat, but then the way he's been lately, where like, he's gonna act like he's leaving, but then go back in and like choke Pat out, or
Yeah.
you know what I mean, like keep beating him up, and somebody's gonna come down to save Pat, and that's gonna be the bigger story. It's gonna be,
Going forward.
Pat was just there to help fill in to build this bigger story between Gunther and somebody else.
That makes sense. Totally makes sense.
Like even if it was like Jimmy, you know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? 'Cause, Pat's cool with the Uso brothers, you know what I mean? And like Jimmy's now got a grudge because Gunther killed him.
Yeah, basically.
You know what I mean? Like something like, but then I don't feel like that's a big enough story. Like I feel like Gunther is going to be involved in some type of bigger story, like a bigger. But I don't know what yet, though. I can't. I don't know.
Why does Gunther always look so angry?
Because he's Gunther. He's from Austria.
He's an Austrian asshole, as Pat would say.
Yeah. But
Did
hey,
he ever? He's creepy when he smiles. Like, dude, he looks like he could kill me. Just like, ugh.
Yeah, he's probably on a couple.
You should look up the photos of him whenever he was like 400 pounds.
Yeah, he was a big boy.
But how about when Pat said that to him during his promo? He was calling him Walter.
Yeah.
He was like, yeah, back in the Walter.
Back in the Walter.
Since he lost weight, is he still considered a heavy? Ooh, he was big. Is he still considered heavyweight?
Yeah.
Yeah, just because he's so tall and big. Like, he's, yeah.
Yeah.
Dude, how about, I don't know why it made me think of that. Penta had the match the other night against, was it JD?
Yes.
Dude, the chops that JD was taking to his chest. I was like, that is classic Penta right there. Like,
oh yeah, yeah,
so good. Yeah, I don't know. This pay-per-view, like, it's like a little weird. Like, I don't.
Like we just had Mania. Like,
yeah, I think that's part of the problem. Is like it's so fast. I don't think there's been enough time for stories to build.
Yeah.
So it's kind of like, I don't know. Like again, like that's why I feel like the Pat thing's just a story builder. Like they're building for something for like SummerSlam, or don't they go overseas before SummerSlam and like June or July?
I believe so.
Like Clash of the Castle or whatever is going to be
in Paris.
In Paris, yeah. So I mean, like Gunther going back over to Europe, like.
See what we did to her now? Look at it. Now she's like, oh damn.
No,
What
I'm
is
looking
it? What
up
is it?
Pat McAfee, and it says like he's like everything. He's a sport analyst, a color commenter. He's a former professional football punter and a kickoff specialist and a wrestler. Like, what doesn't he do?
That's it.
That's
That's it.
why we love him. And he's from the great city of Pittsburgh.
And he was just the latest guest on Stephanie's Places on ESPN.
That episode was pretty cool.
That whole series has been pretty good.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's from Plum.
Yep, from Plum. Crazy,
Well,
isn't it? Just wild.
The only one I don't think I've watched was the Charlotte one.
It actually wasn't bad, even though like you and I aren't fans of Charlotte.
Like I'm gonna watch it. I just was like, well, there's other ones that are better.
Yeah, that part for sure. Like I love the Bloodline one. I was into completely.
So that was so cool. Isn't your middle name? He's like Yokozuna. Yeah.
But yeah, we'll do that if we start breaking down wrestling stuff. That's why we have Samantha now. We'll do that. And
he's our data analyst.
Should be Samantha, the keyboard clicker. Should be the
Keyboard
fact
clicker.
checker.
So underneath your name now needs to say keyboard clicker.
Or fact checker and not Jeffrey. Jesus Christ. So Samantha is not going to be here next week. She's going to go back to New York.
We're not good enough for New York.
But I'm also probably, I was going to tell you guys this anyway. I'm probably going to give you two a couple weeks off anyway. Okay. Because I'm going to be doing, I have Vine guests coming on here and we're doing one-on-ones with them. Because neither one of you are going to know who the hell they are. And
I know everybody, bro.
Sam, can you just fact check them? Like,
okay, I'll get back to you in 24 hours.
Right?
Jeffrey knows everyone and everyone knows Jeffrey.
Right? I mean, but what kind of Jeffrey? But yeah, like I got probably two guests coming on in the next week or two. So while Sam's gone, if somebody bails on me, it'll be me and Eric next week. But Sam's going to New York. Are you just going to visit?
Yeah. Plus, I'm going to go see the Subway series.
Ooh.
That's more interesting than watching a Pirate game. So
you're gonna go see a turkey with Swiss versus an Italian sub.
I'm telling you right now, like, this is the fat kid in me. I am very excited to go home and get a bacon, egg, and cheese, ketchup, salt, pepper for my breakfast, and a pizza.
Are you do a bacon, egg, and cheese?
Don't forget the salt and pepper and ketchup. You gotta got that.
Don't forget the salt and pepper. Don't forget the Bev. Never ever. Never ever. Nope.
And you got a pizza that I'm gonna be fat by the time I get back.
So wait, when you're there, you ever get just wanting to get a chopped cheese?
I have to be in the mood for it, but
is it like hype, like a Permane sandwich is here?
Not really.
Like, or is it like is it hit or is it just miss?
It's a hit or miss, really. Like if you guys ever came to like New York, the first thing I would do is have you try get a New York pizza. You gotta have a New York pizza. You can't go and not have it. It's like that's like the Permane. But then like for breakfast, like Duncan tries it. Duncan has nothing on a breakfast sandwich. Nothing.
Yeah, because that's all I hear about is like going up there and having the chopped cheese, and I was like, what is the fucking hype?
It's
like
no.
Is it just a chopped fucking hamburger patty?
Pretty much.
That don't do nothing for me.
Yeah.
I mean, it's nothing special. Like even like you. It's not something that like you're like, oh, I'm gonna go get a chopped cheese on in New
York.
Look, here's the thing. Like, I'm on you with the first one. Like, I would be hitting up every if I ever make it up there. Like, all right, we're hitting every pizza shop, every fucking block. I don't care how many there are. We're going up and down.
That's a lot of fucking carbs.
I don't give a shit. It's New York pizza. I'm going up there to try it. And I'm trying them all. Got to give them all their fair shake.
Mhm.
Me, I want to go get a New York slice, and I want to go to an authentic New York deli.
Okay.
No, yeah, New York deli wouldn't be bad. I could do that.
And I would go off Sam's recommendation of the deli.
Mhm. I get you a good Reuben.
No.
Talk to me. Talk to me close. I'm like, I'm about to do this hand. I'm about to be like, speak it to me. Yeah, that's what I'm talking about right there. Like, but it's like I can only imagine a nice corned beef, sometimes a pastrami. Oh man, I'm gonna need alone time. Shit.
I'll
Yeah.
bring him to the deli and be like, order him. I'll be right around the corner. Just
Yeah,
come get
like,
me when you're ready.
She's gonna be like, he's gonna need a minute. Don't worry. I'm sorry. There's a puddle by his pants. It's fine. That's on him. He's just really excited. Because, like, no, I just feel like a pastrami from New York is fire. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, it just
Mhm.
sounds incredible.
Amazing.
But yeah, we wish you all the
I
best. Have
want a
fun.
meatball sub.
What?
Why not?
What do you want?
A meatball sub?
You can get a meatball sub anywhere.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's New York. I feel like their meatballs are probably going to taste better. There's Italians everywhere.
Oh my god,
I'll take you to Little Italy. How about that?
dude! I was like, that would actually be fun to go Little Italy.
Leave me there and drop me off. Never coming back.
Yeah.
We got to try that. We got to go find that restaurant that they made the movie about. The Nonas.
The Nonas.
Yeah, you didn't see that? It's coming out on Netflix. It's what the hell is his name?
Netflix on it.
Nonas.
Nonas. Yeah, it's Vince Vaughn. It's based off a true story. There's a restaurant in New York that this guy hired a bunch of Italian grandmas to make their. They just come and make their.
Staten Island.
Yeah, and they made like it's going to be a Netflix movie or a series. I don't know, but Vince Vaughn is like this. He's the star of it because
I've actually heard about that. It's still open. It's still going. They still do that.
And they have other restaurants now. They do different chains throughout the U.S. Like they do another one where it's like Asian grandmas, and it's like the old Asian ladies make all the old traditional Asian dishes.
Dude, that'd be fire too.
But I'm like, I want the Nonas one.
No, I saw that on the Sunday news. I remember seeing that and being like, oh, that's really cool. But yeah, they still do that.
Yeah, I want to go there. See? Little Italy. Oh, I'll stand on.
I'll find the restaurant for you and I'll send it your way.
There you go. See?
I don't even have to leave. You can send it right here to my couch.
You know what? Maybe if you're nice, maybe I'll go and get a dish for you and freeze it and just make sure like I'll bring it to you, you know.
Look at you.
I just want a classic spaghetti and meatballs.
I mean, that's all right. If she comes with a fucking pouch of fucking pastrami, I'd be like, I love it.
And dangle it in front of them like
this is
a
actually
cracker.
from like a New York deli. I'll be like, okay, I'll start itching and shit. Be like, yeah.
Real quick before we go. We didn't. Because we didn't get to talk about it. Or did we? Did we talk about the crackhead at Jane's party thing?
Mm-mm.
I don't think I've seen you guys.
By your wife in the background. Hi, Donna. No, we didn't.
So we went to Jane's. Little ceremony thing, and it was at the Teachers Union, which is down on the south side off of 19th Street, right by Permane Brothers.
Yeah.
So we go down there, and we got there a little early because traffic wasn't as bad as I thought. Anyways, so we're sitting in the car waiting for to see other people start to get there and go in, and both of the girls, Donna said it first, and she goes, "Well, that's a south side for you," and Jane goes, "I thought that's what I was looking at." Jane experienced the first bum shooting up heroin.
Oh.
Right across the street from the car.
Oh, the true Southside experience.
Then we're inside, they're doing the ceremony, and the girls are getting Jane and her classmates are getting a group photo. And there's these big glass windows and doors that look out to the river, which isn't that pretty, but whatever.
Yeah.
And this homeless guy with a box of pizza walks up to the window and starts banging on the window. And her one friend was telling him, go away, go away. So he starts screaming like an angry monkey in a cage and like shaking and like acting like he was gonna bust through the window, and he just randomly spits on the window, picks up his pizza, and walks away.
That's South Side for you.
Mm-hmm. On a Thursday night at not even the sun wasn't even down yet. The sun was still up.
Well, that you know, they're always there, no matter.
They
They're
are.
lurking. They're always lurking.
That's what I said.
Oh my
But I mean, my
god.
kid's been to the South Side. She knows South Side, but that was her first real South Side experience.
Yeah, yeah. Don't go there.
No.
Try to not be there after dark.
I said, don't grow up and be like that person. Lesson learned, children. Lesson learned.
Yeah, and don't spit on glass. Like, what does that do?
Yeah, he was
I
just
spit on
living
his
here.
glass and take my pizza and go home.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, no, don't be weird.
Yeah. So, yeah, that was all. That was my fun adventure.
Well, that'll do it for the podcast. Of course, Sam, have a great time. Let us know how it all went. And
Definitely
we will
will.
see y'all. I will see y'all next week. Eric might see you. And have a great weekend. Later.
Bye.